Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine. I'm a full-time mental health therapist and a part-time reseller and beauty collector and lover. So today I'm actually going to be going over some of my July numbers, more particularly just talking more about a sale that I just recently had. So I figured I would make a video about what made it successful and maybe not so successful, so other resellers can kind of tailor it to your own style and what works best for you. So if that sounds interesting, make sure you stick around. All right, first off, shameless plug. I have all of my notes in my new journal that my cousin actually created and is selling on Amazon. So if you are a cactus lover as well as like to write shit down, this is perfect. It's actually really cool. It's a soft matte touch, really big lines on both pages, both sides, and she designed this herself. This is actually her own photo, and they are on Amazon, and I'll make sure I link those below. So if you're interested in a new journal, consider checking that out. Okay, a little backstory. So I try to run a sale, and more particularly on Poshmark, and I just find it easier on Poshmark because I feel like I have the most people know me from Poshmark more than other sites, and I've just been doing Poshmark for a lot longer, and it's a lot easier to market just due to like the sharing aspect of it all. So that's typically where I will have my sales, but I also list on other platforms using Vendu, which is a cross-listing service. I actually have a referral code down below if you're interested in, like, I think it's like a percentage off. I want to say it's like 25% off. I could be wrong. I think it's 25% off your first month, which I absolutely love it. It makes cross-listing super duper easy. So if that's something that you've kind of been on the fence about, I say go for it if it's within your budget, obviously. I say go for it. It's really helpful. Where was I going with that? Oh, listing on different platforms. So, I list on Poshmark, I list on eBay, Mercari, Depop, Trazy, Facebook. I think that's it. I think that's enough too. But you can do that through all of Vendu, all those listing marketplaces you can. But because I started reselling on Posh, I have the most followers there. I typically have the most sales there. It's just much easier to run a sale over on that platform. So my most recent sale, and it's a sale that I've done before, it was $15. So everything in my closet was up for grabs, and it was $15 for items that were priced $99 and below, and you can bundle as much as you wanted, or $45 for items that were listed $100 and above, and you just had to bundle 2 items in that bundle. So it could have been 2 $15 items, it could have been a 15 and a 45, 2 45s, whatever, anything like that. And one thing that I did new this go around was I made a listing for a mystery item that I priced at $15. So one of the biggest reasons I did this sale is because I have so much unlisted inventory and very I don't want to say not a lot of space, because I do. I have a whole room and a half dedicated to inventory and stuff like that, but it was getting out of control. To the point where you couldn't see floor on the ground. It was bad of just unlisted inventory, because the shopping part's the fun part, not the listing part. I don't like the listing part. So anyways, I wanted to really move some items just out to create open space, give me some space to work with. We had some bills coming up that they were a little bit higher than expected, so it's always nice to have that income coming into to kind of cover some of those bills. Although we don't neither one of us, my husband kind of resells too. He definitely not as much as I do, but he does more books on eBay and Amazon. And so neither one of us ever count our reselling money, the earnings from reselling, towards our income of when we do a budget. But sometimes there are those months that you just kind of overspend, or some unexpected bills come up, and so it's nice to be able to cover that through reselling. So anyways, those were the two reasons why I decided to run a sale. So here are my numbers. I think I ran the sale for a weekend, so I started it on a Friday at 5, so it went through Saturday, Sunday, and I actually extended it through Monday as well. So it was a weekend thing, and I extended it through Monday because my intentions were to list a lot of new inventory each day, so people could kind of like, you're hoping that customers will come back multiple times and purchase multiple things throughout the sale. And due to one thing or another, I can't even remember at this point, I had the sale a few weeks ago, like I wasn't able to list as much inventory as I wanted to, so I just extended the sale so people could have one extra day of the stuff that I already had, and to give me an extra day to list a few more things. So through that, I sold 54 items total. So that was, I did the math, it was about 16% of my total closet that I sold, which is not bad in my opinion. Like we'll get down to it. I have it. I have my list, so we'll go in order. So I sold about 16% of my total closet. My total sales were $1,105, and that is before any sort of fees get taken out or cost of goods. My profit, so minus fees, minus cost of goods, was $468.52, or equated to about $8.68 per item. My highest bundle was priced at $185, and I made about $84 profit on that bundle. And then my lowest bundle was priced at $75, and I made a whopping $2.48 profit on that bundle. I think that was what would that be? Yeah, that was 5 $15 items, and I only made $2.48. But I still made money. I did not lose any money on this stuff, which we'll get to when we get through the list of how I make sure I don't, because I definitely have in the past. So just a few caveats, I guess. So when you're running a sale, let me rewind. So a few caveats. I actually did have a few higher priced items that were purchased outside of the sale, meaning that these items people purchased without even looking at the sale listings or even aware that there was a sale. So like for instance, I sold one dress for $85 that would have been $15 each if that person would have read the sale sign. I'm not complaining though. And then I think I sold a few other pairs of shoes that people just bought a single item, and like one of them was for $50, another one was I want to say like $35, something like that. So there were a few higher priced items that are included in those numbers, so they do skew the numbers just a little bit. So how do you have a successful sale? So I've been reselling on Poshmark. I'm coming up, oh my gosh, this month. It'll be this month. August 16th will be my 8th year. Yeah, my 8th year reselling. What is that? August 16th, 2013. So yeah, 8 years of reselling. So it's taken me a long time to like tweak what makes things successful, and I will tell you, I'm still not a huge success with it, but I can, if I have a sale, I know that I'm going to make some money off of it. So and also with all the changes in Poshmark and how you can advertise and how you can run sales and all of that jazz. So my first tip for success is know your numbers. You have to know your numbers, because that dictates what kind of sale you're gonna have. So I have an Excel sheet that I started using so long ago. I don't even know who made it. I'm sure it's still floating around the internet somewhere. It was a free Excel sheet that like did all of the equations for you, for Poshmark in particular. So it's still out there somewhere. I can't remember where it was. So in that, I have links to all of my items, so I know exactly what the item is, my cost of goods, what I listed at, and what my profit margin is. So you need to know your numbers. What are you paying for your items? There are some people who pay up a lot for items, whatever that may be for you. Paying up for an item is, I would say, getting towards like the $12 and up, maybe like $15, hell, maybe like $20 and up is paying up for me, in my opinion, in the where I source things. So you have to be mindful. What are you paying for these items? Because that's going to dictate the kind of sale you can have. And when I say that, so my sale was $15 for items priced $99 and below. Well, so if you were to just do one item, so $15, I think they take, what is it, the $2.95 out for processing, and so that leaves you with, we'll just say $12. I think it's like $12.05. So you have to make sure that your cost of goods is $12.04 for you to make money. So my advice is, I always make a bundle kind of stipulation, and this helps not only with getting more items out of your closet, but also kind of gives you a buffer in your cost of goods. So say for instance, I did pay $12 for an item that was listed $99 and below. Then that second item that maybe I spent $2 on makes up that difference, if that makes sense. So, say for instance, a $30 sale, that is, what is that, $24 after fees. So if I paid $12 for one item and $2 for another, so that's $14. So I just made a profit of $10 opposed to 5 cents. So you really have to make sure you know your numbers. And so I typically pay up for items that are gonna retail for a lot more, meaning that when I resell them, not always, but when I've done my market research, if you will, I've noticed that if I pay up for a more expensive item, typically the resale is going to be higher as well. So say for instance, I spent $20 on an item and I sold it at $45, if this is just one item. So what is that? 45 minus 9 is 36. So I made a $16 profit on just that one item. If you bundle it for two, so $90, what's $90? $18. So that's, so I'm math in my head. So that's $18 in fees. So that's $72. So if I bought two $20 items, that's $40. 72 minus 40 is $32 profit. So you have to know your numbers. That's basically what it boils down to. Because I've also done other sales of, name your price sales or 5 for 25. If you're doing a 5 for 25, your cost of goods better be really low if you're wanting to make money. Name my price sale. The first one I had actually was super duper successful. I think it was just because that sale was kind of new and not many people had done it. But I also think people get really intimidated by not having a set number. So when I say it's $15 for items 99 and below, like that's what it's going to be. But if you do a name my price sale or name your price sale, people kind of get a little bit leery. Like I've noticed there's one or two people kind of get leery of making you offers. and then just won't make you one at all, which then defeats the purpose because you want to sell things. Or people are going to literally put in the least amount of money they can. And I know that because I do that with Name My Price sales, and I've had it done to me. So say for instance, and I forget what the threshold is. I want to say it's like 80% off of your number, like your set price. I can't quite remember. But people will do that. So you need to factor that in as well. If that's the type of sale you're going to have, make sure your cost of goods can reflect, and, like, make sure you're marking things to what like you're marking things up. Like, I hate saying it, but you're marking it up so you can take into the fact that people are going to lowball you. That's just the name of the game for that sale. And I've had huge success with that one as well. So it's just boils down to knowing your numbers, which will dictate the kind of sale that is going to be most successful for you. And in previous sales, I've lost money on stuff because there will be like one or two combinations of items that it's like in my closet that I may have paid up for them a little bit more, but the resale value isn't, to put you over the $100. And people have found those combinations of things. Trust me, they have found them. I don't know how they do, but they do. They'll bundle those two items together, and I have lost money, but I usually make up for that money. And so again, knowing your numbers will help you try to avoid that as best as possible. All right, tip number 2, having enough inventory. People want choices of stuff, so and people want good stuff, so make sure that you have plenty of inventory for people to choose from, especially if you're going to be doing those sales that it's like 5 items for $25. Well, you better have a lot of items, so you're hoping, like you're projecting that a lot of people are going to buy those items, and you want choices for them. If you only have 100 items or 90 items and you're expecting people, expecting all these people to come in and get 5 for 25, most likely it's not going to happen because you don't have enough items. So how I kind of geared up for it is you want to do this research in advance. Not research. What am I trying to say? You want to prepare for this. That's a better word. You want to prepare for this sale. And I think the more sales you have, the less preparation you need, in the sense of like, you don't need to prepare 2 weeks in advance, although that would be nice. You can kind of like really up your inventory with your death pile. But you do need to prepare for this, knowing your numbers and getting a lot of inventory listed. So like I said earlier, my sales pitch, I guess, if you will, to try to get more people to come back was saying that I was listing lots of inventory each new day during the sale. So say for instance, they purchased on Friday at 5, they could come back tomorrow at Saturday at 8 in the morning, and I'd have new stuff listed that they could choose from. And I failed on that part. I will own that. I failed on that part. Just life got in the way. But I still think it was successful. So yeah, you want to make sure that you're really bumping up your amount of inventory so people have choices. And again, I make a bundle stipulation. Like, it's kind of a balance. Like, you don't want people to have to bundle so much to get that discount, but you also want to encourage bundles to get more inventory out the door, right? The whole point of this is we're not storage units. We want to make money on those items, get them out the door to other people. So preparation, I guess that could be my success tip 3, is just being prepared. And have enough inventory. Okay, so number 1, know your numbers. Number 2, have enough inventory. Number 3 is preparation. Have enough preparation. Number 4 is marketing yourself. So I have a presence. Sorry, that coffee is like getting to me. I I have a presence on Instagram, so I always share my sales on Instagram. I always share them to my stories. I share them in my posts or my feed, and I encourage other people to share them too, because it's like, it's one thing if you share them, then only your followers are going to find them. But if you encourage others to share them, and how I do this is by doing like a small giveaway. So either that being, you know, like, oh, one free item out of my closet, or this last one I did like a $20 giveaway, like either Venmo or Starbucks or anything like that, and encourage people to share it. So not only will they comment below on your listing, so they are tagging their friends who are seeing it, you are encouraging them to share it to other people as well in order for them to get something back out of it. So there has to be some sort of incentive with it. And again, that's up to your discretion of what you're willing to put up for it. You know, I've done inventory before where it's like you can choose, you know, however many items, or I'll be giving you an inventory box or something like that, or a cash one, whatever fits best for you. But you do have to take that into account. And that is the best way to market yourself, is that other people are marketing for you, if that makes sense. So they are sharing to their stories. Oh, if you share to your stories, then it's 5 bonus entries, you know, tag as many people below. And basically what you do is, depending on what type of giveaway that you're doing, like if it's just tagging comments, there's one really easy one. Just, you can Google it, like an Instagram winner picker or something like that, and it will actually, like, you copy and paste your Instagram link into it, and it will just randomly generate a like a random winner. But I haven't found one that is like, oh, how many entries you get if you share it to your story. So that you do have to be mindful of, like, you have to actually keep account of that. And then I did find like a spinner wheel that I manually had to put in people's names, so that's time too, so you have to consider your time. So marketing yourself, really important. And another marketing tip too is marketing on the platform you're doing a sale. So this is why I like doing it on Poshmark so much, is because I can actually send this listing to people's bundles, or, you know, I can send it to them directly. So I am getting more eyes on the sale. You will not know how many times, like so many times that I've made a sale through that, where it's like people will like something, I will put that in their bundle, that item into their bundle, I will put in my sale listing into their bundle, and then I've actually learned, you know, there's like text expander on I have an iPhone, so I can put in, like, I'll type in like a really short little phrase, and it will expand it to, hey, thanks so much for checking out my closet. I'm having a sale currently. I just shared all the details to your bundle. Let me know if you have any questions. And that I've learned, do not put any sale details in that. Don't put like, oh, I'm having, you know, 50% off my whole closet or anything like that, because that text stays in that bundle. So if you make a generic little text phrase, and then you share the specific sale listing to their closet, and, you know, explain in that listing what the sale is, save you so many headaches. Trust me, I know, because I've made those mistakes before. So I'm trying to help with this video of trying to make you have a really successful sale without making as many mistakes as I have. So marketing on Instagram or whatever platform, you know, if you have a Facebook platform that you want to do it on, which I do as well. Like, so there's tons of Poshmark groups. Some of them have their own rules where it's like, oh, don't share your listings or anything like that, or don't share about sales. But there are some groups, and I can't think of them off the top of my head, that actually encourage people to share their sales. So, you know, make sure you're linking to your closet and your sale listing. There's one that's like a share for share. So I always put at the very top, you know, sharing 10 for 10, and then I'll put the sale listing below that and all the details. And I've gotten a lot of people like that too. And again, you're asking people to market for you, because the more that people post underneath, the higher in the algorithm that sale listing goes, and the more eyes you get on it. That's the important part. Okay, my next success tip is, sounds silly, but have enough shipping supplies. Um, in particular, bigger boxes, because if you are hoping that this sale goes like crazy well, hopefully people are buying a lot of stuff from you. And with a lot of stuff comes the need for big boxes. And so you want to get this stuff out the door quick because you want that money rolling in quick for whatever reason you need it for. So make sure you have just enough shipping supplies. And I always think boxes, because I've run into that where it's like people have bought really big bundles, and I didn't have the boxes to put them in. So now I always try to, like, I have a huge stash of free shipping supplies through USPS, and any box that we get from Amazon, like if it's bigger or ThredUp, I like my ThredUp shoe rescue boxes are really good ones. I save all of those. Yes, they take up space, but in times like this, it's actually really nice to have them. So not only are you getting rid of inventory with the sale, you're getting rid of shipping supplies too. So it just makes it more room. And it's satisfying. To me, it's just satisfying finding like the right box for a package. That makes me weird probably, but it's very satisfying. Comment below if that's satisfying for you too, like get the perfect size box for all the items. Okay, so having enough inventory supplies. Not inventory supplies, having enough shipping supplies. That includes tape too. I have run out of tape before. I have run out of Dymo labels. I've run out of, like, you name it, I've run out of it. So make sure you have enough. Okay, my last tip for success is make it time limited. So, what I have noticed, and this is just my own research for my own closet, and you let me know down below if it's different for you. But if it is time limited, like a short time limited, I have more success. And that being said is that I hype up the sale before it actually happens. Use all of your tools on Instagram. Like what I did this last one is I actually put the timer up. So I'm like, oh, a sale is coming. I explained the sale so people knew it was happening. And I put a timer saying this is when it's going to start. So you're really hyping it up. And I had, I think, like 2 or 3 big bundle sales like immediately because I'd hyped it up. And I noticed, so it's like right when the sale happens, maybe like the first day when you're doing like a lot of marketing, people are still sharing, like that Instagram post is still relevant. That's when you are going to get the most sales. And I always get the least amount of sales on the 2 days before it ends, like maybe 1 or 2. So FOMO is real. Fear of missing out. People want to get stuff immediately, and so you kind of want to capitalize on that a little bit. I mean, that sounds kind of bad, but you want to capitalize on that FOMO and like really hype it up through marketing and things like that. And then I think the last tip, I didn't write it down, but just thinking of it, is have good stuff. Like, you need good items. You need items that people are gonna want. And obviously all of our audiences and our customers are going to be a little bit different, but people kind of engage in these sales to resell them, if that makes sense. So it's like, you want to give people a good enough deal that it's exciting for them. And I'm not saying that everybody who purchases it is going to resell those items, but I would say about half and half. So you want items that people are going to resell, and just, items that are good, people are wanting. And I also notice, like, my newer inventory is usually the items that go first, and that's because nobody else has seen them, and B, they haven't been around a long time. Because those items that have been around a long time, if people wanted them, they would have bought them already in my previous sales. So making sure that you have good items, and that's going to depend on your aesthetic and style of your closet and what's available to you and whatnot. So whatever that looks like to you. So kind of recapping, tips for success is knowing your numbers, having enough inventory, having enough preparation for the sale, marketing yourself, having enough shipping supplies, and making it time limited. So, hopefully that was helpful to everybody. These are just tips and tricks that I've kind of learned along the way from my own successes and failures and stuff like that. So hopefully I can make things a little bit easier for you. If you have any questions, please make sure you comment below, or any of your own tips that you have. I definitely want people to succeed with their sales and do what they need to do with their inventory to make that money. I think that's it. Also, if you are interested in beauty, this look here, I created with my August Shop My Stash bag, which I just posted about not too long ago. So, and I can put that in the whatever description below, if you want to see that, because I also do a lot of beauty related stuff. Clearly not hair related stuff because I look like a hot mess, but that's just where we're at today. So yeah, I think that's all I have for today. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. I want to make sure this information gets known to a lot of resellers. And yeah, that's all I got. Have a good day. Bye. What the hell? Oh.